Beloved child, listen closely and let nothing distract you in this moment. For what I am about to reveal has the power to change everything you thought you knew about your life. A meeting was held in heaven not long ago, a secret gathering of angels, messengers, and the great archangel Michael himself. And in that gathering, one name echoed through the halls of eternity: your name. Heaven itself paused to speak about your future, about the battles you have faced, about the weight you have carried in silence. You may not believe it at first, but think of the timing. Why did this message find you now, in this exact moment? Why did you feel that sudden stirring in your spirit as you read these words? That is no accident, beloved. That is the whisper of the divine, urging you not to ignore this call. You know in your heart you have been through nights of sleepless worry, days of silent tears, moments of betrayal where those you trusted most turned their back on you. And yet, even in the quietest corners of your despair, heaven was watching, heaven was recording, and heaven was preparing. It was in this preparation that the secret meeting was called. The angels unrolled scrolls of light, each line glowing with the story of your life. They spoke of your suffering, of the dreams you thought were lost, of the prayers you whispered when no one else could hear. And then, a voice greater than all voices thundered through the meeting. This child has carried enough. The time has come to intervene. The time has come to release what was stolen, to restore what was broken, to elevate what was buried. Can you feel the weight of that, beloved? Can you feel how every word pierces directly into the center of your soul? But hear this warning. The decree is urgent and the blessing is conditional. It waits for your recognition, your acceptance, your response. If you dismiss this as coincidence, if you scroll past and silence the whisper, then the window closes. The miracle passes to another, and the rope heaven has thrown into your storm will drift away. But if you hold on, if you whisper even now, I receive it, the chains that have bound you will begin to loosen. That is why Archangel Michael presses so firmly, saying, don't skip this, don't delay. This is your turning point. Think of the signs you have already been given, the repeating numbers on clocks and receipts, the strange dreams that wake you in the night, the heaviness that sits on your chest as though urging you to pay attention. These were not random. These were heaven's alarms sounding in your spirit, calling you to prepare for this very moment. You did not stumble here by mistake. You were led, you were summoned, you were chosen. Beloved, I tell you again, your name was spoken in that heavenly council. The angels leaned forward and declared, enough, it is time. Your suffering was weighed, and your promise was remembered. But the question still remains, will you receive it? Or will you let it slip through your fingers like sand? The enemy hopes you will doubt, that you will scroll away, that you will convince yourself this is not real. But in your spirit, you already know it is real. That trembling in your soul is the confirmation. That sudden heat in your chest, that stirring of your breath, it is the divine presence calling you to attention. So place your hand over your heart and whisper now, this is my confirmation. Say it, and then claim it again, louder, I receive it. For heaven has paused on your behalf. The angels are watching. And Michael himself is waiting to see if you will take the step of faith. Beloved, this is not a message you can ignore. This is not a moment you can delay. This is your urgent warning. This is your rope in the storm. This is your doorway into the miracle prepared for you. Stay, listen, and do not turn away, for what comes next will reveal why this message had to find you today. Beloved soul, now that you have heard the whisper of the secret meeting in heaven, I must reveal to you the deeper reason why this gathering was so urgent. Heaven did not come together just to speak gentle words. No, child, they met because a shadow has been rising against you, a darkness that has plotted quietly, weaving snares around your path, waiting for the moment to strike. And heaven, in its mercy, decided you must be warned before it is too late. Do you feel it? That strange tension in the air around your life? Those sudden losses that make no sense? The doors that close right when you thought breakthrough was near? That is not random. That is the enemy of your soul, working in silence, determined to keep you small, to keep you broken, to keep you chained. Michael himself leaned forward in the heavenly court and declared, "The attacks are intensifying, the storms are gathering, but this child shall not be abandoned. Beloved, I tell you plainly, you have been under surveillance of the dark. Just as heaven's eyes are upon you, so too has darkness tried to map your every move. Have you noticed betrayals appearing in places you least expected? Have friends turned suddenly cold? Have opportunities slipped through your fingers like smoke? Do not think it is chance. The enemy studies you because it fears the light you carry. It fears the destiny written into your bones. That is why every time you get close to peace, chaos erupts. Every time you get close to joy, sorrow rushes in. And heaven said in its meeting, "Enough. This child must be warned. This child must not fall prey to the schemes." That is why you are hearing this now. This is not entertainment. This is not coincidence. This is a heavenly interruption, a lifeline in the storm. But Michael gives a warning. The window is narrow. The time is short. If this child ignores the signs, the chains will tighten. If this child hardens their heart, the blessing will pass. Child, do not let it be you. There are forces that would love to keep you in cycles of lack, always behind, never ahead. Forces that whisper lies in your mind. You'll never escape debt. You'll never find love. You'll always be alone. You'll always struggle. Haven't you heard those voices? Haven't you felt the heaviness of their poison? These are not your thoughts. These are arrows of darkness, planted to break your spirit. And yet, heaven has already raised a shield. Even now as you hear this, Michael declares, the arrows will not pierce, the curses will not last, the shadow will not prevail. Still, beloved, the warning is clear. If you remain blind, if you dismiss these words, then the trap set for you will tighten their hold. The very opportunities heaven designed for your lifting will be stolen. The blessings prepared will remain locked. And the enemy will laugh, not because it is stronger, but because you chose silence when heaven was calling. Do not ignore the patterns around you. Have you noticed repeating storms? The same financial struggle again and again. The same heartbreak dressed in different faces. The same betrayal repeating through new voices. These are cycles. These are signs. And the angels pointed to them in the meeting, saying, "The enemy has woven webs to trap this child endlessly. But the moment of breakthrough has come." Beloved, this is why urgency burns in these words. The meeting in heaven was not a casual gathering. It was a war council. Angels stood armed, swords blazed with light, shields shimmered with power. And Michael himself stepped forward, his voice like thunder declaring, "We will not let this child fall." But the child must awaken. The child must respond. Yes, beloved, this is your awakening. This is your alarm. Do you hear it? Do you feel it trembling in your chest? That pounding heartbeat, that strange shiver, that whisper in your spirit, that is heaven calling your name, pleading with you. Do not miss this moment. Do not walk away. Do not treat this as ordinary. The darkness will try to confuse you. It will whisper even now. This isn't for you. This is just words. Nothing will change. Recognize that voice. Call it out, marching even. It is the voice of the liar. The thief who fears you will rise, who fears you will claim what heaven has decreed. But beloved, repeat this now to silence it. I am chosen. I am covered. I am protected. Say it again. I am chosen. I am covered. I am protected. Every time you say it, light breaks chains. Every time you declare it, Michael's sword burns brighter in your defense. That is why I urge you, do not just listen passively. Speak, respond. Type it in the comments below, I am chosen. For by writing it, you align with heaven's decree. By declaring it, you anchor the promise into your life. Beloved, the meeting in heaven revealed the storm gathering around you. And part of the decree was this: the enemy's plans will be exposed. The child will not walk blind. The child will know and overcome. That is why you are here. That is why these words chase you. And so I leave you with this warning. As part 1 unfolds, the storm is real, but so is the shield. The attacks are fierce, but so is the sword drawn in your defense. What you do next determines if you rise or if you remain trapped. Do not dismiss this. Do not turn away. Stay, for the revelation still to come will open your eyes to truths you never imagined, and the promise that waits on the other side. Beloved child, hear me again, and let every word sink deep into your soul. The meeting in heaven was not only about your blessings, it was also about the dangers surrounding you right now. Do not be deceived by the silence around you. Often, the greatest battles are not fought in the open, but in the unseen. And you, beloved, are in the center of such a battle. Michael himself revealed it before the heavenly council. The shadows have marked this one. They plot with cunning. They rise with envy. They whisper in the ears of those closest, to turn them cold, to twist their words, to sow confusion and delay. Think back over your recent days. Have you noticed strange disruptions, beloved? Have you felt sudden heaviness with no explanation? Doors that looked ready to open suddenly slammed shut. Friends who seemed loyal suddenly grew distant. These are not coincidences. These are orchestrated attacks from the unseen realm. Every delay, every betrayal, every closed door has been calculated to wear you down, to make you give up right before your breakthrough. The enemy knows how close you are to a shift. That is why the pressure has increased. That is why nights feel longer. That is why your mind wrestles with doubt and fear. The closer you are to victory, the louder the storm becomes. And yet, even in this, heaven intervenes. Beloved, Michael stood in that meeting and declared, "The enemy has intensified the battle, but heaven will intensify the defense. This child will not be abandoned. This child will not be crushed. This child will rise. But you must take heed of the warnings. The council revealed snares designed for you, whispers in your mind that tell you you're not good enough, you'll never succeed. These are lies sent like arrows to wound your spirit. People who suddenly turn against you, not because of who you are, but because shadows manipulate their hearts. Opportunities that slip away, not because you failed, but because the enemy fought to delay them until you gave up hope. Beloved, this is why the message today is urgent. If you do not awaken, if you do not guard your spirit, these snares could entangle you deeper. The heavenly decree is clear. The warning has been given. The shield is raised. But the child must choose to walk in the light. Michael cries out, "Beloved, do not surrender to despair. Do not collapse under the weight. Lift your head. Recognize the storm for what it is. A final attempt to rob you of what is already yours. The very reason you are being attacked is the proof of your importance. If there was no treasure inside of you, the enemy would not bother. If your destiny were empty, no storm would rise against you. Beloved, the size of the battle you face is the measure of the glory you carry. But here lies the danger. Many turn back right before the blessing breaks. Many give up when the night is darkest, not knowing dawn was only steps away. Do not let that be your story. Do not let your miracle slip through weary fingers. Even now, as you hear these words, the angels are positioned. Michael holds his flaming sword. The hosts of heaven surround your dwelling, but they wait for your agreement. They wait for your alignment, for heaven will not force itself upon you. It requires your yes. Say it now, child, with conviction. I align with heaven's decree. I will not surrender. I will rise. Speak it again. I align with heaven's decree. I will not surrender. I will rise. Each repetition shakes chains. Each word spoken releases light. Beloved, the warnings are not to frighten you, but to awaken you. Heaven's message is urgent, because time is moving quickly. The council revealed, the enemy has set traps in the coming weeks. But if the child listens, if the child watches, the traps will become testimonies, the curses will become blessings. So hear me carefully. Do not ignore the signs in your life. Do not dismiss the sudden obstacles. Recognize them for what they are. Distractions meant to steal your focus, diversions meant to delay your destiny. And when you recognize them, declare your authority. I am chosen. I am shielded. I am untouchable. Yes, beloved, untouchable. For when you awaken, when you align, no weapon formed against you can prosper. The arrows may fly, but they will fall short. The storm may rage, but it will not consume you. Still, heaven warns, if you grow weary, if you dismiss this call, the traps will catch you unaware. You will repeat the same cycles again and again, always circling but never entering your promise. That is why this message comes like fire, burning into your heart. Do not sleep. Do not delay. Do not doubt. Beloved, place your hand upon your heart now and declare once more, I am chosen. I am protected. I am rising. And type those very words below as your seal, your testimony before heaven and before the world. For the storm is fierce, but your covering is fiercer. The attacks are real, but your breakthrough is closer than you can imagine. This is why the secret meeting was urgent. This is why your name was called. And this is why you must stay, for part 3 will reveal the hidden deceptions exposed, the warnings that will save you, and the signs you must not ignore in the days ahead. Beloved child, lean in once more, for this final portion of the warning must be spoken without hesitation. The heavenly council has revealed that not only are you under attack, but that the enemy has been weaving very specific snares against you. patterns designed to repeat until you collapse in exhaustion. And if you do not awaken now, if you do not respond to heaven's call, those patterns will continue to bind you. Think carefully, beloved. Have you noticed how your life often circles the same pain? You step toward love, but betrayal comes. You rise toward financial stability, but debt suddenly multiplies. You taste a moment of peace, but chaos erupts again. These are not accidents. These are cycles, dark chains repeating themselves through time, sent to keep you locked in spiritual prisons. Michael exposed them in the council, saying, "The enemy has woven endless loops to trap this child, but heaven has drawn the sword to sever them. Yes, beloved, sever them. The decree has been written, the authority has been given. But the choice still rests with you. Will you walk with eyes open? Will you align your words, your faith, your actions with heaven? Or will you ignore the warnings and fall once again into the web?" The danger is real. The council revealed traps hidden even in familiar places, opportunities that look golden but are poisoned, friendships that seem warm but carry envy, offers that sparkle but are designed to drain you. The enemy disguises snares as blessings, hoping you will be too tired, too distracted, too desperate to see clearly. That is why heaven has sent this urgent message. Awaken, beloved. Do not take everything at face value. Ask for light. Seek discernment. Test the spirits. For not every open door is from heaven, and not every smile hides love. The angels declared in that meeting, "This child must not walk blind anymore." The time for ignorance is over. The veil will be lifted. The deceptions will be exposed. Beloved, that is why you have felt strange restlessness. That is why your spirit has been unsettled, even when everything around you looked calm. Heaven was already shaking your soul, warning you that something unseen was brewing. Michael leaned close and proclaimed, "Beloved, do not be deceived. The storm is near, but so is the shield. The traps are many, but so are the angels surrounding you. Yet if you do not awaken, you will walk into snares with open eyes, and what should have been avoided will instead become chains." Child, this is why urgency rings in every sentence you hear. This is why your chest feels heavy, why your spirit trembles. Heaven is shouting into your life. This is your chance. This is your moment. This is your warning. Do not ignore it. Do not push it aside. Even now, the enemy whispers in some of your ears, "This message is not for you." It is just words. Recognize the lie. If it were not for you, why do you feel this so deeply? Why does your heart pound faster? Why do your eyes water without reason? Because your spirit knows the truth. Because heaven's words are striking chords that only your soul can recognize. Beloved, the warnings are strong because the blessing is stronger. The intensity of the storm reveals the greatness of the promise. Darkness only rises this violently when it fears what is coming for you. And what is coming is beyond anything you have imagined. Healing, restoration, abundance, and favor. But first, the warning had to come. First, the alarm had to sound. First, the veil had to be torn away. For heaven will not allow you to walk into blessing blind, only to lose it again. Now listen carefully. Michael declares, "This is the final warning before the revelation. This is the last trumpet before the breakthrough. If this child opens their heart, if this child responds in faith, then what is written will unfold quickly. But if this child hardens, If this child delays, the blessing will pass and the cycle will continue. Beloved, do not let that be your story. Place your hand upon your chest and whisper now, I break the cycle. I step into light. I will not be deceived. Say it again with more force. I break the cycle. I step into light. I will not be deceived. Untype these very words below as your seal. For when you write it, you anchor it in this realm. When you declare it, you echo heaven's decree. The storm is closing in, but so is the miracle. The traps are being set, but so are the blessings prepared. Which one you encounter depends on your response today. This is why heaven met in secret, why angels whispered your name, why Michael presses so urgently, because your future hangs in this moment. Do not walk away. Do not silence the stirring in your heart. For next comes the revelation, the unveiling of the promise, the miracles heaven has stored for you, the breakthrough waiting on the other side of this warning. Stay, beloved, for the best is about to be revealed. Beloved child, after the storm comes the light. After the warnings, the revelation unfolds. The heavenly meeting was not only to expose the traps set against you, but to also declare the promises prepared for you. For every chain that bound you, a key has been forged. For every loss you endured, restoration has been written. For every tear you cried in secret, a river of joy has been commanded to flow. When the council gathered in heaven, after Michael revealed the plots of darkness, another voice rose in the chamber. It was the voice of mercy, the voice of promise, the voice of the Eternal One saying, "This child is not destined for ruin. This child is not destined for shame. This child is chosen for breakthrough. This child will carry the testimony of deliverance." And with that, beloved, scrolls of light were opened, each scroll filled with promises written over your life long before you were born. Do you know what was revealed? That your story is not ending in sorrow, but in glory. That your losses are not permanent, but seeds for restoration. That the very areas where you were broken will become the places of your greatest strength. Heaven decreed, "This child shall see what eyes have not seen, hear what ears have not heard, and walk through doors no man can shut." Beloved, this is why the attacks were so fierce. This is why the storms gathered around you. Because the enemy knew something heaven wanted to hide until the right moment. That your future is overflowing with abundance. That your hands are destined to hold blessings beyond measure. That your name is marked with favor. That is why cycles of delay rose against you, why betrayal visited you, why heaviness tried to bury you. But heaven has spoken, no more. The delay is ending. The promise is rising. And the promise is not vague, child. It is detailed. In the meeting, angels spoke of miracles prepared for you, miracles of sudden provision, doors of financial breakthrough, opening without explanation, debts canceled, resources flowing from unexpected places. Some of you will witness amounts that shock the mind. Unexpected windfalls, checks, inheritances, promotions. Heaven whispered a number over your destiny. Signs like 777 and 777 will mark your days, guiding you into financial favor. But that is not all. Promises of love were spoken too. Heaven declared, "This child has known betrayal, but shall also know loyal love. This child has known abandonment, but shall also know covenant companionship. The loneliness will break, the heart will heal, love will rise. For every tear shed in isolation, a season of togetherness is prepared. For every heartbreak endured, a love greater than the loss will arrive. Healing too was promised. The heavenly scroll revealed restoration for your body, for your mind, for your soul. Where sickness has lingered, healing will manifest. Where anxiety has tormented, peace will reign. Where sleepless nights haunted you, rest will settle. The council declared, "This child shall walk free, whole, renewed. What was broken will be rebuilt." Beloved, imagine angels leaning forward, writing decrees in golden fire, your name beside them. Imagine Michael raising his sword and declaring, "The time has come. The promise will no longer be delayed." That is what happened in the secret meeting. That is what was written over your destiny. But listen, beloved, the promises are given, yet they must be claimed. Heaven is not passive. The decree was written, but your voice must echo it. That is why this revelation comes through my words now, so you may respond with faith, so you may open your spirit and declare, "I receive this promise. I align with heaven's decree. I step into my breakthrough." Say it now, child. Whisper it aloud, "I receive this promise." Say it again, stronger, and one more time with authority, "I step into my breakthrough." For every declaration shakes the heavens, and angels record your response as evidence that you have chosen to receive what was already prepared. Beloved, do not take this lightly. Many scrolls remain unopened for those who ignored the call. Many promises remain untouched because hearts refuse to respond. Do not be among them. Your promise is here. Your miracle is near. The very fact you hear this message is proof that heaven has chosen you to awaken, to claim, to rise. The meeting in heaven was not only about warnings, it was about unveiling destiny. It was about revealing that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not forsaken. It was about sealing your name with blessing, about releasing the tide of abundance that has been waiting to pour into your life. Beloved, lean in now, for what follows in the next part will reveal the signs heaven will send to confirm the promises. The symbols, the numbers, the dreams, the divine interruptions that will whisper, "Yes, beloved, the promise is real, and it is unfolding now." Stay, do not leave, for the revelations have only just begun. Beloved child, let your spirit stay awake, for the revelations are flowing stronger now. In the heavenly meeting, after the scrolls of promise were unrolled, the council began to reveal the signs that would accompany your breakthrough. For heaven never sends a promise without confirmations, never speaks a decree without placing markers along your path. These markers are for you, to reassure you, to remind you that what you hear today is not imagination, but divine reality, unfolding step by step. The first sign revealed was the sign of numbers. The angels declared, "This child will see repeating patterns, and each will carry meaning." When you see the number 7, it will remind you that completion is near. When you see 11,001, it will mean alignment, a gate opening, a divine moment calling you to step through. When you see 777, it is the whisper of heaven saying, "Abundance flows, overflow is here, keep walking." Beloved, these numbers will not be coincidences. They are heaven's fingerprints, left in the flow of your days, silent nudges to keep faith alive. The second sign revealed was the sign of dreams. Heaven spoke, "In the night watches, we will visit this child. In symbols and visions, we will write upon their heart." Have you already noticed it? Strange dreams lately, some vivid, some unsettling, some so real you woke in tears or in awe. Pay attention, write them down, for many will not be mere dreams, but messages delivered while your body sleeps and your spirit listens. Michael promised, "I will stand guard at the bed and whisper secrets while the night is deep." Let the child remember and know they are not alone. The third sign was the sign of interruption. Beloved, listen closely. Heaven declared, "We will interrupt this child's path with divine encounters." This means you will stumble upon words, songs, people, even videos, exactly at the right time, exactly when your spirit is in need. You are not here by chance. This is one such interruption. There will be more. Conversations will turn strangely toward your exact struggles. A stranger's words will pierce your heart with uncanny precision. These are not random. They are angels working through ordinary vessels, whispering, "You are seen. You are guided. You are chosen." The fourth sign revealed was the sign of sudden shifts. Heaven declared, doors will swing open quickly, suddenly, without explanation. Opportunities that seemed locked for years will unseal. People who turned away will return with new hearts. Finances that were delayed will appear in unexpected places. Beloved, you will call it coincidence, but your spirit will know it is promise. It will feel like the ground under your feet shifts overnight, like morning comes after the longest night, like chains fall without you lifting a hand. Michael said, "When it happens, tell the child, do not fear the suddenness, do not doubt the speed. It is I, moving them forward without delay." But perhaps the most beautiful sign is this, the sign of inner peace. The angels declared, "Though storms rage around, we will plant stillness inside this child." They will feel calm in chaos, unexplainable hope in dark hours, quiet joy in the middle of sorrow. This peace, beloved, is not human. It is divine. It is heaven's seal on the promise. When you feel it, you will know the decree has taken root. The breakthrough is unfolding. And hear this clearly, beloved. These signs will not only reassure you, they will silence your enemies, those who doubted, those who mocked, those who betrayed. You will not need to prove yourself. The signs themselves will prove you. Heaven will vindicate you in the open. What was whispered in secret will shine in public. But the council gave one more word of promise. Tell the child they will not walk alone. Tell the child angelic hosts have been assigned to their path. Tell them Michael himself will stand guard, and no weapon formed against them shall prosper. Beloved, do you feel the presence now? That warmth on your skin, that tingling in your chest. It is no accident. It is the angel near you, confirming this very word. So lift your head, child of light. Whisper again, "I receive the signs. I welcome the promise. I accept the guidance." Say it again louder, so heaven hears you. I receive the signs. I welcome the promise. I accept the guidance. And type these very words below to anchor them into your reality. For you are stepping into days where miracles will no longer be stories told by others. They will be your own testimony. Days where numbers, dreams, interruptions, and peace will lead you step by step into the fullness heaven has prepared. Beloved, remain with me, for in the next part, the revelations deepen still. You will hear not only what signs to watch for, but the exact promises heaven has spoken over your finances, your relationships, your health, and your future. Do not turn away. The revelation is still unfolding. Beloved child, the meeting in heaven did not end with warnings and signs alone. No, it ended with declarations of promises, so detailed, so powerful, that even the angels bowed their heads in reverence as they were spoken. These promises were written long before you entered this world. They were etched into the eternal scroll of your destiny. And now they are being revealed to you, so you can claim them, so you can live them, so you can walk as the chosen one heaven has always seen you to be. The first promise declared was provision. Heaven spoke, "This child has known lack, but lack will no longer define them. This child has struggled with scarcity, but abundance will now flow. The storehouses of heaven will open, and resources will pour in like rivers." Beloved, expect unusual provision. Expect money to arrive from unexpected channels. Expect opportunities that multiply your hands. Some of you will receive promotions where you least expect them. Some of you will see debts canceled, balances cleared. Some will even witness sudden windfalls, amounts that seem impossible, yet they will appear because heaven has written overflow. Michael said clearly, "Tell the child not to fear when provision comes quickly. Tell them not to hesitate when abundance flows suddenly. It is I, releasing the promise they have waited for." So when you see numbers like 7777777, know that financial doors are opening. When you find coins, bills, or sudden increases, whisper, "This is the promise unfolding. I receive it." The second promise was healing. The scroll of destiny glowed with fire, and heaven declared, "Where sickness has lingered, health shall spring forth. Where pain has stayed, restoration shall rise. This child shall not live in weakness, but in strength." Beloved, this means your body is not forgotten. Your mind is not forgotten. Your soul is not forgotten. Expect to feel sudden peace where anxiety once ruled. Expect to sleep where nightmares once kept you awake. Expect to breathe freely where heaviness once pressed upon you. Even now, as these words flow, some of you may feel warmth in your body, tingling in your hands, lightness in your chest. Do not dismiss it. That is the healing promise already touching you. Michael spoke, "Tell the child they will rise with energy again. Tell them their body will no longer betray them. Tell them the illness will not define them. Receive it, beloved. Say aloud, healing is mine. Restoration is mine. Wholeness is mine." The third promise was love and relationships. Heaven looked upon your loneliness, upon the betrayals you endured, upon the abandonment that scarred you, and declared, "This child shall not be left unloved. This child shall not remain in isolation. Loyal hearts will surround them. True companionship shall arrive." Beloved, if you have been broken by love, know this: heaven has seen it, and heaven has prepared someone whose heart is pure, whose love is loyal, whose soul is aligned with yours. For those already in relationships, healing and harmony are promised. Conflicts will soften. Bonds will strengthen. What was fractured will be mended. Do not fear being alone, child. The meeting in heaven decreed that love is already written into your path. The right hands will hold you. The right voices will speak life into you. The right souls will walk beside you. And those who betrayed you, heaven has already removed them, for they were never meant to stay. The fourth promise was protection. The council declared, "No weapon formed against this child will prosper. Every tongue that rises against them shall be silenced. Angels shall walk with them day and night. Michael himself shall guard their steps." Beloved, This means that even when danger surrounds you, even when enemies plot against you, you will not fall. Car accidents avoided. Hidden betrayals revealed before they harm you. Attacks that collapse before reaching you. You will walk as one shielded, as one untouchable, as one carried in the wings of angels. Michael thundered in the meeting. Tell the child to walk without fear. Tell the child to rest in confidence, for the shadows may whisper, but they will not conquer. Beloved, this protection is your covering. Even when you feel alone, you are not alone. Even when you feel vulnerable, you are not exposed. Heaven's armies surround you even now. And the fifth promise, perhaps the most radiant, was purpose and destiny. Heaven declared, "This child was not created to merely survive, but to shine." This child's story will not end in ashes, but in fire. What the enemy used for harm, I will turn for good. This child will carry testimony. This child will inspire others. This child will walk in divine assignment. Beloved, your life has meaning greater than you have imagined. Your battles are not wasted. They are shaping your calling. Your scars are not shame. They are proof of survival, fuel for your future. The meeting in heaven was the confirmation that your destiny will not be stolen, no matter how fierce the storm, no matter how deep the pain. So now, beloved child, whisper it aloud. Provision is mine. Healing is mine. Love is mine. Protection is mine. Purpose is mine. Say it again and again until your soul shakes and your spirit burns. And type these very words below to seal them. I claim every promise. I receive every decree. For these promises are not distant. They are unfolding now. The very fact that you hear these words is proof you are already standing on the threshold of their fulfillment. And yet, the revelations are not complete. For in the next part, heaven will show how these promises manifest in your daily life. The breakthroughs, the sudden changes, the testimonies that will mark you as chosen. Stay, beloved, for the revelation flows stronger still. Beloved child, now that the warnings have been spoken and the revelations unveiled, the time has come for you to rise. For what good is a promise if it is not claimed? What good is a decree if it is not declared by the one for whom it was written? The heavenly council not only revealed your future, they also commanded, this child must step into alignment. This child must speak. This child must act. Beloved, this is your moment to act. This is your hour to lift your voice. Heaven is waiting on your agreement. The angels are leaning forward, pens in hand, ready to write your response into the eternal scroll. Will you stay silent, or will you declare boldly, I am chosen, I am ready, I receive it? Say it now, child. Say it with your lips. Whisper if you must, shout if you can, but let it escape your breath. I am chosen, I am ready, I receive it. Repeat it 3 times. Repeat it 7 times. For every repetition breaks chains. Every declaration strengthens the light around you. Heaven has already aligned blessings in your path, but your words unlock them. Do not be passive. This is not the hour for hesitation. This is the hour for boldness. That is why Michael commands, do not be silent, speak life, declare destiny, seal the promise. Beloved, I urge you, comment below right now, this is my confirmation. Write it boldly. Seal it in the earth, as it is already sealed in heaven. By writing, you are testifying before unseen realms that you believe, that you receive, that you will not let the blessing pass you by. Do not underestimate the power of small actions. A whispered prayer, a written comment, a simple declaration, all of them are seeds. Seeds grow when planted, and today, heaven says, every seed planted in faith will multiply. Every declaration made in belief will manifest. Child, take this further. Speak these words daily. I am covered by angels. I am walking into abundance. I am healed and restored. I am chosen for love and joy. I am untouchable to the enemy. Those wherever it is. Do not say it once. Do not say it twice. Say it until it burns into your spirit. Say it until the lies in your mind are silenced. Say it until doubt has no air left to breathe. For every time you speak it, light expands around you. Every time you repeat it, shadows retreat farther away. Beloved, your voice carries weight. You may not realize it, but heaven does. When you speak, angels move. When you declare, chains break. When you align your words with heaven's words, miracles are magnetized to you. This is why the enemy tried to silence you with fear, anxiety, and doubt. But today, your silence ends. Today, your voice rises. Michael commands again, do not walk away quietly. Do not hide your agreement. Speak it, type it, declare it, and then watch as heaven responds. Beloved, listen carefully now. You must also take action beyond words. Align your spirit daily. Spend even a moment each morning declaring gratitude. Thank you, heaven, for provision. Thank you, angels, for protection. Thank you, God, for choosing me. Gratitude is a key. Gratitude unlocks doors. Gratitude multiplies blessings. And listen well, you are not only receiving promises for yourself. No, beloved, you are being prepared to carry light to others. The council decreed, this child will rise as a testimony. Through their life, others will see hope. Through their words, others will find strength. That is why your breakthrough matters. Not only for you, but for every soul assigned to your path. So I tell you, child of destiny, do not hide. Shine. Speak, act, comment boldly. Declare loudly. Align daily. These small actions will build momentum until the tide of heaven sweeps over every corner of your life. Now hear this call to action clearly. Whisper aloud right now, I receive my divine assignment. Type in the comments, I am chosen for breakthrough. Subscribe to this message of light, for every word that follows will strengthen you in days to come. Beloved, this is not about chance. This is not about entertainment. This is a divine interruption meant to move you into action. The angels watch. The council waits. Your voice decides. Do not hesitate. Do not delay. The promise is alive, but it must be claimed. Speak it now. Write it now. Act now. Act now. For this is the moment heaven has prepared, and your response is the key that unlocks the door. Stay close, beloved, for in the next part, the empowerment grows even stronger. You will be given weapons of light, affirmations of fire, and strategies to walk as unstoppable, untouchable, victorious. Beloved child, lean in closer, for this is the moment heaven equips you with weapons of light. The warnings have been spoken, the promises revealed. But now you must be armed to walk boldly, to stand unshaken, to live as the chosen one you are. The council in heaven did not only decree blessings, they placed armor in your hands, affirmations in your mouth, and strategies in your spirit. Michael declared in the meeting, "This child will not be defenseless. This child will not be left weak. They shall rise with weapons of fire, and no shadow will withstand their light." Beloved, do you hear it? You are not walking naked through battle. You are clothed in heavenly armor, wrapped in divine fire, shielded by angelic hands. Now listen to the weapons you have been given, the weapon of declaration. Every word you speak in faith is a sword. When you say, "I am chosen," you strike the enemy. When you declare, "I am abundant," you pierce the spirit of lack. When you whisper, "I am healed," you cut through the chains of sickness. Do not underestimate the power of your tongue. Speak daily, speak boldly, speak relentlessly. This is your first and greatest weapon, the weapon of gratitude. The enemy trembles when you give thanks in the middle of the storm. Gratitude confuses darkness because it cannot understand joy in pain, peace in chaos, faith in uncertainty. When you whisper, "Thank you for what is coming, even if I don't see it yet," you unleash rivers of blessing. Gratitude is not weakness. It is warfare, the weapon of praise. Beloved, when you lift your voice in praise, when you sing, when you rejoice, when you worship even with tears in your eyes, you release heavenly armies. Praise is not just music, it is a weapon that shakes the very foundations of the enemy's camp. The council declared, "Tell the child that when they praise, angels march. When they rejoice, demons flee. When they sing, chains break." This weapon is simple yet powerful, aligning your daily actions with the promises spoken. When you rise early and whisper prayers of faith, you align. When you choose forgiveness over bitterness, you align. When you keep moving forward despite fear, you align. And every alignment draws heaven closer. Every choice sharpens your shield. Beloved, these are not abstract ideas. These are practical, living weapons you can use every day. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning and speaking aloud, "I am covered, I am chosen, I am unstoppable, I am loved, I am whole." Imagine writing these very words in your journal, in your comments, in your heart, until they become truth etched into your spirit. That is how light grows. That is how darkness flees. Michael says, "Do not be passive. Do not sit silent. Use the weapons given to you. Use them boldly, for they are not ornamental, they are powerful." Beloved, I urge you right now, type in the comments below one of these declarations as your weapon. Write, "I am chosen," or "I am abundant," or "I am healed." Seal it in the earth as it is sealed in heaven. Let it be your sword in the unseen battle. Do not forget this. Community is also a weapon. When you declare publicly, others see it. They echo it. And together, a chorus rises that shakes the realm of shadows. That is why I ask you to comment. Not for vanity, not for ritual, but for warfare. Your testimony strengthens others. Your words ripple into lives you will never meet. And in return, their words strengthen you. Beloved, the enemy wants you isolated, silent, doubting. But heaven wants you connected, vocal, empowered. So subscribe, stay close, Keep walking with this river of words, because each one is a shield, a sword, a flame. Now repeat after me, aloud, as though angels are listening. I am unstoppable. I am divinely protected. I walk in abundance. I radiate love. I am untouchable by darkness. Say it once, say it twice, say it 10 times if you must. Repetition engraves truth into your soul. Repetition turns declarations into reality. Beloved, this is your empowerment. This is your armor. This is your moment to step boldly, no longer as a victim of storms, but as a warrior of light. Heaven has armed you, angels surround you, and your destiny waits for you to walk forward with courage. Stay with me still, for in the next part, the empowerment will intensify. You will be given the final calls to action, the ultimate affirmations, and the direct words Michael wants you to carry into every day of your life. Do not leave. Your greatest empowerment is about to be released. Beloved child, this is the moment heaven has been preparing you for. The moment when every word spoken, every warning given, every promise revealed now ignites into unstoppable empowerment. The heavenly council did not gather just to reveal your destiny. They gathered to hand you the keys to unlock it. And those keys are in your hands right now. Michael thundered in the meeting. This child must not remain timid. This child must not remain silent. This child must rise, speak, act, and claim the authority that already belongs to them. Beloved, you are not weak. You are not forgotten. You are not cursed. You are chosen, armed, anointed, and destined to walk in victory. So hear me now. Every chain that bound you is waiting to break at the sound of your declaration. Every cycle that trapped you is waiting to collapse under the weight of your faith. Every lie whispered against you is waiting to burn in the fire of your voice. This is why heaven insists you do not remain passive. You must participate. You must act. Right now, place your hand on your chest and declare with strength, I am chosen. I am protected. I am abundant. I am healed. I am unstoppable. Say them again, child, 7 times if you must. Say them until your spirit trembles. Say them until you feel light breaking over you like a sunrise after endless night. For repetition is power. Repetition engraves truth. Repetition transforms doubt into unshakable faith. Beloved, type these very words below. I am chosen and unstoppable. Write it boldly. Seal it as your testimony. For when you write it, you are not only confirming it for yourself, you are also declaring it for the unseen world to witness. Angels take note. Demons shudder. Chains break. Do not hesitate. Write it now. Michael speaks again. Tell the child their voice matters. Tell the child their actions matter. Tell them to rise daily with fire on their tongue and faith in their steps. For each day they align, each day they declare, each day they act, the enemy's hold weakens and heaven's light grows stronger. Beloved, take this call to action seriously. Each morning, speak out loud, today I walk in divine favor. Today, angels guard me. Today, no weapon prospers against me. Today, I rise higher than yesterday. Do not let a day pass without these affirmations. Make them part of your rhythm, part of your breath, part of your heartbeat. And watch as heaven's decree unfolds before your eyes. And hear this urgent command, stay connected. Do not isolate yourself from this flow of divine words. subscribe, remain, keep listening. For every message that follows is another brick in the wall of your protection, another spark in the fire of your faith. The enemy thrives on silence, on distraction, on forgetfulness, but heaven thrives on consistency, on faith, on declaration. Stay near, stay aligned, stay empowered. Beloved, this is your moment to rise as more than a survivor. You are not merely enduring storms, you are commanding them. You are not simply walking through trials, you are overcoming them. You are not defined by your past, you are written by your destiny. And your destiny says victory, abundance, love, healing, and light. So rise, beloved, but rise in your spirit, rise in your faith, rise in your declarations, rise in your daily actions. For the council in heaven has already chosen you. The only question is, will you choose yourself? Will you step into alignment? Will you claim what is already yours? Do not delay. Do not wait. Say it now, aloud. I choose myself. I claim my destiny. I walk in my promise. And type these words below. I claim my destiny. For by saying and writing, you seal it in heaven and on earth. Beloved, the empowerment is yours. The weapons are yours. The authority is yours. Heaven has spoken. Michael has confirmed. And now you must act. Stay, child of destiny, for what follows is the great resolution and closing. The final words of love, comfort, and completion that will seal every decree over your life and leave you walking away, not with fear, but with unshakable joy and expectation. Beloved child, now you have heard the warnings, received the revelations, and been armed with empowerment. The meeting in heaven has been spoken into your life, and the decree is clear. You are chosen, you are covered, you are rising. Do not doubt this. Do not forget this. Do not let the shadows steal it from your heart. Heaven called your name in secret, and now those secrets have been unveiled. The storms you endured will not define you. The light within you will. The betrayals you suffered will not destroy you. They will lift you into stronger love. The scarcity you knew will not linger. Abundance is already on its way. Heaven has written your story, and the ending is glory. Michael stands beside you, sword drawn, declaring, "The battle is shifting. The season of heaviness is breaking. The child will walk free, guarded, victorious." And so, beloved, walk forward with confidence. When you see repeating signs, whisper, "I am aligned." When you feel the storms rage, declare, "I am protected." When provision arrives suddenly, smile and say, "This is my promise unfolding." Do not walk as one who is forgotten, for you are remembered. Do not walk as one who is abandoned, for you are surrounded. Do not walk as one who is powerless, for you carry divine authority. This is your new beginning, your second chance, your divine turning point. Now I ask you, child of destiny, seal this moment. Speak it aloud. Even now, I receive this. I believe this. I claim this. Say it 3 times, and then type it below so heaven and earth both witness your faith. I receive this. I believe this. I claim this. Beloved, never forget, a secret meeting in heaven was held for you. Your name was spoken. Your future was defended. Your destiny was secured. You are not ordinary. You are chosen. You are not forgotten. You are beloved. You are not broken. You are rising. Go now with peace in your spirit. light in your steps, and fire in your voice. For the decree is sealed, the promise is alive, and the miracle is already on its way.